How's everybody doing?
Good.
I'm good. I'm really good.
How's the competition in your room? How would you characterize it?
The competition's been unbelievable. I talked to them yesterday and this morning about how it's going in my mind, and it's like you get the last seven Triple Crown winners in a horse race. All right, let's start them all in the same race, and it's coming out of the blocks is Man of War. Then you got Seattle Slew, and then Seabiscuit's got the lead. I'm a big horse racing fan, but it's been unbelievable. Iron sharpens iron. So one man makes another man stronger, and they've been holding each other accountable and competing against each other at the same time, which it's been good. It's been really good.
I know you were excited to see what Gabe could do. What has he shown you early on?
Gabe jumped right in, and he wasn't able to practice in the spring, obviously, but he was able to watch, and he understood what I expected out of each and every one of them in practice, and he jumped in right in, and it's been like he's practiced all spring. I've been pleasantly surprised with his work ethic and his toughness. I was a little concerned coming off of a knee injury as a running back, but he has not wavered one bit.
Is there a chance that some of your guys get used a little bit more situationally? I know Mark's talked about that in his past, he's tended to use guys as third down backs, things like that. I mean, do you see that group that you have kind of fitting that?
I think, I'll do whatever Coach Whipple says. We'll have certain packages for certain guys in certain situations, but I'm trying to develop them all where we are first down, second down, and third down running back because, at that position, it's not if you get hurt, it's when you get hurt. And I need all seven of them or all eight, whoever it is, to be able to handle all situations in the game. But there will be some packages for certain guys in certain fields, certain parts of the field where it'll be more geared towards them. But I expect all of them to be able to handle every situation.
How big a deal is it to you, or is it to have a 1A guy, like a guy who's separated from the pack somewhat?
It's a huge deal for me because, like I said in the spring, when we get an 1A guy, I guess it's been coined RB1. Once an RB1 emerges himself, I think Nebraska's going to have a real good running back.
In your experience, how easy or difficult is it for a freshman to come in right away and to make?
You know what? I don't worry about their age. I don't worry about if it's a freshman, a sophomore, a junior, or senior. In my past, I've played true freshmen. Pretty much at every university I've been at, I've played a true freshman. It's just part of developing them and making them understand that you believed in them and that then they can believe in themselves. It doesn't matter to me. Freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, fifth year, senior, COVID senior, doesn't matter.
When will you have a really good idea about RB1? How far into it do you got to go?
Well, like I told them today, who shows me who wants it every day, who's going to be the most consistent every day, and who's going to be the most physical every day. And now I've got them. They are striving towards that. Let me tell you that. They are striving towards that, which is making my decision hard. And I told them, I said, I don't want an easy decision. I don't want, this guy is clearly the number one guy because no one else has pushed him. But like I said, it's like the Triple Crown race. I mean, they're pushing each other, I'll go back to this. It's like a 90 slam dunk contest. Someone does a windmill, next one does a 360, one goes between his legs and behind his back. They're trying to outdo the next guy, which is great.
What's the running back version of that? Like, you say one guy's doing the 360, one of your guys doing that now.
Breaking tackles, making people miss, picking up blitzes, running the routes exactly right, pressing your tracks, running with extreme pad level, playing physical, all that stuff. So, for example, Anthony Grant might make a linebacker miss, stiff arm a safety, and go score. All right, Ramir goes in and he does the same exact thing, but he does it faster. And then you'll get A.J. Allen will go in and pick up a blitz. Jacques Yant will go in and he'll make 4 or 5 people miss and he'll run somebody over. Or it's turning a bad play into a productive play. It's just all about what can I do the best I can on this play to help my team win.
Bryan, Coach Whipple said the other day that he would be surprised if there were, going back to the young guys in your room, if there were a lot of contributions early from young guys at the skill spots. I know that obviously includes receivers, other positions too, but how in particular, you mentioned AJ, how are AJ and Emmett coming along so far with you?
They're coming along great. They both of them have a very high football IQ, which I credit that to their high school coaches of teaching them the game of football, where they're learning the system. They've got the big picture. Both of them have the big picture. Now it's the nuances, the finer details of it. It's a situation where, when we get to a scrimmage, because right now we're practicing, all right, and they kind of have an idea of what plays we're running on a day-to-day basis every day. So now, the big measure for me will be when we get into a scrimmage, when they don't know what that next play is going to be, and can they handle and process everything fast enough.
What about Ramir? I mean, he's a guy who's kind of the veteran in the group now. Where does he sort of fit in even from a leadership standpoint sitting at the top?
I've put a lot on Ramir's table. I've had him be the leader, where he's accountable to make sure everybody gets into the facility at a certain time. He makes sure all the running backs are in the meeting room at a certain time. He makes sure all the running backs are in the training table at a certain time. He makes sure that they're all where they need to be at a certain time. I put that on Ramir's plate this fall camp because, I want to coach more than just a football player. I want to coach young men. I want to be able to, where they can hold other people accountable. And, this is the best tool I have, is to teach them to be able to do that.
Physically, last year was used a lot more in the pass game too. Does he have a skill set, do you think, that could be used?
Oh, Ramir's got a skill set where he can do it all. He can line up at receiver. He can line up at running back. He's phenomenal on special teams, and he's a pleasant kid to be around. So, Ramir is going to be used by us a lot in a lot of different situations, a lot of different packages. We've just got to get to that when we get to game-by-game situations of how we're going to handle all that.
How are they using him on special teams?
Oh, he's everything. He's the front line, which is the hardest position in football to play. He's on the front line on kick return, where he's got to drop 15 yards, turn his back to somebody, and then take a charge. Ramir's on that. He's a bullet on punt team. He runs down on kickoff. He's such an overall athlete, and we're able to use his skill set, and not just on offense, but on special teams. Like I said, every running back, to me, the running backs are the best athlete on the field, and we've got to show up on special teams. We can't just be an offensive player.
How much, as a coach, especially a veteran coach, do you appreciate that sort of attitude?
Oh, if you could have 120 kids that have that attitude, and you got something special. And it's a process, not because I know a lot of kids coming out of high school, they're not on every special teams. But one day, just to set my point, one day after practice, I went and put the number 53 on the board. Then I said -8, because that's -8 O-linemen in the NFL. Then -8 defensive linemen. Then -4 quarterbacks. Those guys aren't on special teams. Now you're down to around 35. All right, and they carry 4 running backs. One of them's going to be the bell. Like Derrick Henry's not on kick return. No, so his backups better be doing something on special team, add some type of value to him. And I explained it to them that way, and they all kind of got it after that.
Like Chuck Wentz, in the spring he talked about dropping weight and kind of molding his body. Where is he in that, and how is he kind of?
Jacquez is coming along. He ended the spring very well, and he's right at about the same pace he was. I still, I hold them all to a high standard, and I don't know if they'll ever meet it, but one day they will. But I keep pushing. I know Coach Sark coined the whole all gas, no brakes. Well, I put the pedal to the metal, and I don't take the gas off. So I'm like that with all of them, push them to a different level. As it's your job as a coach to try and take them someplace that they can't take themselves. And in order to do that, you got to keep pushing. And that's the same with Jacquez and everybody in that room. You know what? My dad, I grew up on a small farm, and my dad always had horses around us. And I remember, it's a great question. I remember when I was in the 3rd grade, I had to write a research paper. And I wrote my research paper on thoroughbreds. And ever since then, I got into it. I think the Kentucky Derby winner that year was Snow Chief. And ever since then, I just kind of followed it.
Ever been to the Derby?
No, I want to, though. I've been to a couple of races when I lived in Louisiana. They had a little Louisiana Downs in Shreveport, so I used to go over there, take my kids over there and watch races. But I'd love to go to the Derby one day. That'd be great.
You got picking winners?
Yeah, I'll pick some winners for you. You want to go?
Sure.
Yeah. I always look at the cutest one. No, it does not apply for running backs. No.